Close your eyes for a moment and picture the sun leaking through pale curtains you haven't yet bothered to close. Outside your window is a 2-lane country road lined with mango trees. Somewhere in the distance, a rooster reminds you it's morning, but there's no alarm clock blaring the start of another rushed commute, no mortgage payment eating away at your sense of adventure. You roll out of bed, pad across cool tile floors, and remember that this bright, furnished apartment costs you less than the cable bill you used to pay back home. Breakfast, an aromatic bowl of noodles or a plate of tropical fruit, will set you back pocket change. And later today, if you feel like dipping your toes in warm ocean water or strolling through a market brimming with colors you forgot existed, everything is a bus ride and a handful of coins away. Places like this are not postcards or daydreams. They are real towns and cities scattered across the globe where rents hover around $300, steaming street food lunches cost $2. And perhaps most surprising of all, local women openly prefer older men because maturity is admired, not dismissed. In these cultures, experience implies reliability, financial stability signals respect, and a patient smile carries more value than a six-pack. Below, you'll travel, story-style, through 10 such countries, each entry woven into a single flowing narrative so you can imagine reading it straight into a microphone without ever pausing to announce, "Next bullet point." Whenever a new destination begins, you will see its name set in bold, giving your voice an easy cue while keeping the prose seamless. Let the journey start. The moment your plane touches down in Chiang Mai and the cabin doors slide open, hot, jasmine-scented, air does two things at once. It fogs your glasses and clears your mind. Northern Thailand isn't the mad swirl of Bangkok traffic or the beach party thump of Phuket. Here you rent a bright studio near the Ping River for about $300, including a balcony large enough for 2 rattan chairs and a small jungle of potted orchids. Utility bills run lower than your old gym membership back home, and fiber optic internet speeds rival Silicon Valley's. A plate piled with pad krapao, sticky rice, and a fried egg sells for the equivalent of $2 at the market. Across the street, and the vendor calls you Phai, the Thai honorific that translates loosely as respected older brother. That hint of familial respect permeates relationships too. Thai culture prizes Jai Yen, literally cool heart, meaning calm patience, and older men tend to embody that calm. Women, especially outside the capital, frequently say they find steadiness and gentle humor more attractive than a motorbike and a Snapchat filter. You might meet Ning, a 30-something business owner taking night classes in English, who smiles when you mention retirement savings because it signals partnership potential, not boredom. Date nights unfold slowly, sunset on doi sutheps, temple steps, bowls of khao soi on plastic stools, foot massages in cozy parlors that charge $5 an hour. Visa formalities are equally relaxed. Transfer $1,800 a month into a Thai bank or park $24,000. In savings and immigration hands you an annual retirement stamp with a weighé and a photocopy. Medical care? Chiang Mai Ram Hospital's cardiac wing charges less for a full workup than a single American insurance deductible. Fly southeast, and an archipelago of 7,600 islands greets you with karaoke echoing over coconut palms. In Cebu City, you discover a surprising rhythm, jeepneys belching 90s pop, mall escalators looping the same love ballad that blared at breakfast, and strangers calling you sir with genuine warmth. $300 rents a 12th-floor condo overlooking the neon harbor. Even cheaper apartments exist 5 taxi minutes inland. Utilities seldom cross $100, and unlimited mobile data rarely touches $20. A plate of adobo, and garlic rice is $2, extra if you add fresh mango. When you feel like spoiling yourself, an upscale steak dinner, cocktail included, is the cost of a happy hour beer in Manhattan. But what rearranges your heart are the Filipinas who treat family as a sacred center. In a culture where many households rely on remittances from relatives working abroad, older men symbolize stability. You might think your slightly graying hair is a disadvantage, until Maria, a nurse, tells you she loves that you already know what you want. Here, age gap means less than life gap. If you offer loyalty, they reciprocate with laughter that echoes off limestone cliffs in El Nido. Paperwork helps too. The Special Resident Retiree Visa requires as little as $10,000 on deposit, money you can later use to buy a seaside lot. You enter once and stay for life, exiting the country whenever wanderlust flares and re-entering through the courtesy lane immigration officers reserve for SRRV holders. Private hospitals staffed by U.S.-trained doctors handle everything, from dental crowns to bypass surgery at prices that will make you stare at the receptionist in disbelief. Cross back over the Pacific and picture colonial streets paved with volcanic stone. Merida's pastel facades soak up Yucatan sunlight so intensely they seem to glow after dark. A leafy courtyard apartment costs roughly the same $300 you paid in Asia. Ceiling fans spin lazily under 14-foot beams. Groceries come from morning mercados. Avocados 50 cents each, a kilo of shrimp $5, hand-pressed tortillas practically free. Daily expenses shrink so fast, you suddenly wonder why you ever clipped coupons. Mexico's social tapestry weaves older and younger generations together during Sunday comida, when extended families sit at long tables for hours. In that setting, a 55-year-old man is not past his prime. He is entering caballero status, a gentleman steady enough to dance danzón yet still joke with toddlers. Women often say they appreciate partners who honor tradition, who will carry grandmother's photo during Dia de Muertos. If you wish to stay, the residency process rewards proof of reliable income, about $2,600 monthly, or mid-five-figure savings. After 4 years, you convert to permanent status automatically. No exit required. Medical tourism is booming. Dental implants for a quarter of U.S. cost in Los Algodones. Cardiology checkups in Guadalajara hospitals, accredited by the same board that certifies Mayo Clinic. And if your soul craves surf, Puerto Escondido barrels beckon mere bus rides away. From the Caribbean coast to Andean cloud forests, Colombia has reinvented itself. Land in Medellin in January feels like April year-round. No AC needed in your $400 poblado flat where hummingbirds visit the balcony. Ride the spotless metro for 70 cents to plazas where tango DJs set up at sunset. Order a bandeja paisa for $3.50 and watch as every ingredient, rice, beans, avocado, arepa, could feed two. In matters of romance, Colombianas often laud madurez, maturity, coupled with cariño, affectionate warmth. An older man's slower pace fits beautifully with seasons of salsa. You don't dance to finish, you dance to experience. Should things grow serious, the Migración Office offers a 3-year retirement visa if you can show $800 pension income, renewable into residency that later leads to citizenship, where dual nationality is allowed. Healthcare ranks first in Latin America by World Health Organization efficiency metrics, and EPS insurance for expats can be under $40 monthly. Weekend getaways vary from Caribbean islands in Cartagena's orbit to Paramo treks in Coquí, all serviced by domestic flights cheaper than U.S. Uber rides. Southeast Asia again, where Ho Chi Minh City hums like an over-caffeinated beehive under neon. Yet your apartment, 40 stories up with river views, costs $450, and the building's rooftop infinity pool is free. Step onto the sidewalk, and a bowl of pho brimming with basil and brisket is $1.50. Nights can be rooftop jazz above French colonial architecture, or quiet bayahoy with retirees chain-smoking and discussing lottery numbers. Vietnamese respect for elders has Confucian roots deeper than city foundations. Mature age equals kin. Ang hiem, experience, which equals guidance, a prized trait. Women often say they prefer partners able to navigate life's storms, appreciating financial planning as much as poetry. Although the country lacks a formal retirement visa, renewable business or investor visas fill the gap. Many expats simply extend tourist visas quarter after quarter, while lawmakers debate an elder-friendly alternative. Private hospitals, the Franco-Vietnamese in District 7, for instance, offer Western standard surgeries at Thai price points, and direct bill several international insurers. On weekends, hop a $20 flight to Da Lat's Pine Lakes, or take a $12 sleeper train to Da Nang's Marble Coast. Even dental cleanings cost less than a U.S. copay. Imagine Caribbean trade winds brushing pastel houses inside a Spanish fortress older than Jamestown. In Santo Domingo, you rent a colonial loft for $500, electricity included because sea breezes suffice for cooling. The Colmado on the corner sells yucca and rum cheaper than soda. Healthcare. Private clinics in Santiago perform MRIs for under $200, and an HMO plan covering heart surgery costs $45 a month. Dominican culture celebrates amor, love, in Technicolor. Bachata steps swirl in living room cookouts where 3 generations share mango and gossip. Women speak openly. Older men often mean menos relajo, less nonsense, and más seriedad, more seriousness. Show you're respectful, dance a little, and you'll find conversation flows as freely as Presidente beer on the Malecon. Residency is straightforward. Prove $1,500 pension income, maintain a local bank deposit, and within 4 months you receive permanent card status, granting duty-free car import and access to the public health network. Weekends might involve whale watching in Samaná or hiking cloud-forested Pico Duarte. No crowds if you go midweek when cruise ships are elsewhere. Across the Pacific again, where sunrise burns off Mekong mist, revealing saffron-robed monks collecting alms. In Siem Reap, a villa with a pool rents for $400. A tuk-tuk driver waits outside for daily rides at $1 each. Khmer red curry costs the same as a can of American soda. Healthcare has improved. International hospitals staffed by Aussie surgeons, now. Phnom Penh, and expat insurance packages start at $30 monthly. The Cambodian worldview honors elders. Older men are seen as Kai, the mature tree providing shade. Women admire a partner who'll respect rituals, praying at Angkor Wat at dawn, helping parents in planting season. Retirement paperwork? An ordinary business visa can be converted to a 1-year multiple-entry ER extension for seniors with just a passport, photograph, and proof of retirement income. No police certificate, no medical exam. Renewal is an annual taxi fare. Spend your days biking around Tonle Sap villages or sipping iced coffee under frangipani blossoms, and nights hearing Apsara instruments echo across temple stones 900 years old. Fly 18 degrees south and thunderous. Surf greets you at Rio's Arpador Rocks. Yet a bright apartment 2 blocks inland costs $550, or half that in northeast Recife. Churrasco buffets charge by the kilo. You pile grilled picanha, black beans, and manioc farofa for the price of a U.S. fast food combo. Public hospitals are free even to foreigners. Private health plans with dental add-ons start at $60. In Festas Juninas you'll notice something. Younger women dancing forró with older men and laughing easily. Age here can signal confiança, a steady shoulder when carnival ends. Brazilian Portuguese even contains the word segurança afetiva, emotional security, which older partners often embody. To stay long-term, you apply for the aposentado visa, if over 60, and drawing $2,000 pension. In smaller cities, that income equals local doctor salary. After 4 years, you may naturalize and keep U.S. citizenship. Weekends mean a 3-hour bus to colonial Ouro Preto or a lancha across Bahia de Todos os Santos. Jungle, pampas, canyons, all within domestic flight budgets of $40. The roar of the Pacific is softer here, filtered through volcanic black sand beaches where turtle hatchlings skitter at dusk. In colonial Granada, horse-drawn carriages clop past lakefront mansions converted into $350 rentals. Electricity and fiber internet run may be $80. Your gardener charges $15 a week. Gallo Pinto breakfasts and fresh fruit smoothies cost $2. Private clinics in Managua attached to Universidad Americana's medical school where bilingual doctors treat expats for $10 copays. Nicaraguan women often describe older men as tranquilos, calm, and dependable, unlike Jovanes who might chase work to Costa Rica. Courting happens on rocking chairs, watching lightning flash over Mombacho volcano, or during salsa nights at Café de los Sueños. Residency? Pensionado status welcomes foreigners with $600 monthly pension, among the continent's lowest threshold. Perks include duty-free import of household goods and a car every 5 years. Yes, bureaucracy requires patience and Spanish, but local gestores handle paperwork for $50. Outside politics, life in surf-town San Juan del Sur moves at the pace of the tide. The biggest decision is whether to kayak or hammock after lunch. Landlocked and often overlooked, Paraguay feels like stepping a decade back into a simpler calendar. Asuncion's jacaranda-shaded avenues hide apartments renting for $280, while in sleepy Encarnacion, a 3-bedroom house with yard and fruit trees lists for $400. Electricity from Itaipu Dam keeps utility bills under $50. Groceries? A kilo of grass-fed beef costs $3. Farmers' markets give change on a $2 bill. The cultural code, heavily influenced by Guarani tradition, reveres older voices. A seasoned man is called caray, a title of respect, implying wisdom. Women frequently say they look for compañeros who will talk more than text and who understand mate rituals and Sunday asados. Paraguay's rentista visa requires proof of just $100 and $200 monthly or a $5,000 bank deposit. Within 90 days you hold a cedula valid for permanent residency, and after 3 years you can apply for citizenship without renouncing your previous one. Healthcare in the capital uses equipment imported from neighboring Brazil, but at 1/3 the price. A cataract operation is $500 total. Leisure might be fishing golden dorado on the Paraná or tangoing across the border in Posadas for the weekend. Crime remains low, power rarely fails, and locals greet you with a handshake and tereré iced yerba mate, even when the thermometer spikes. From Chiang Mai night markets to Asuncion riverbanks, these 10 destinations share common threads. Rent? You can pay with your pocket coins. Bowls of food cheaper than morning coffee back home, visas that respect retirement income, healthcare that treats you like a guest, not a number, and cultures where grey at the temples signals honor, not obsolescence. In each country, women speak candidly about valuing stability, patience, and life experience. If that describes you, then somewhere on the map above waits a balcony bathed in sunshine, a meal sizzling for 2, and a name they'll soon bestow on you that roughly translates to "Welcome Home."